What's happening, Ollie? What's happening, Crypto Farm? Happy Wednesday. Just check it's fucking Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, good morning and welcome back to the Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume my content, whether you're tuning in live now or in the future. I appreciate you taking the time out. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, big news, but no news. So I was talking to Chris last night, and I honestly think now that nothing but adoption / volume is going to move this shit. Because you imagine some of the news that's broke recently was to come out in late 2017, 2018. It would have moved the market somewhat rotten. Brad Garlinghouse just had to do an interview. And there's 250,000 people on YouTube, like, you know what I mean? It was quite crazy. But the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub is to expand to new locations across Europe and North America over the next 2 years. Very, very interesting. Morning, Boo. So the Bank of we got multiple stories as well on it. And if you go on Twitter and just put BIS, scroll down. Fucking everyone involved's tweeting about it, and they've actually done multiple articles. Like the Bank of England have released their own articles. So I'm currently on the Bank of International Settlements one now. We'll have a read through this and then we'll see what the Bank of England is saying. European Central Bank haven't released anything as far as I'm aware, but you've got the Bank of Canada. Let's read. Bank of International Innovation Hub to extend global reach with 4 new centres over the next 2 years in collaboration with central banks. For anyone who doesn't know or doesn't understand, Bank of International Settlements is basically the central bank for central banks, right? So the new locations in Toronto, London, Frankfurt and Paris and Stockholm, strategic partnership in New York. Expansion will allow Innovation Hub to spur central bank work across multiple fintech pillars. The board of the Bank of International Settlements today announced that the expansion of the BIS Innovation Hub with the establishment of new hub centres across Europe and North America in cooperation with member central banks. Interesting. Shut up, Boo. You got sacked yesterday for being in crypto. Just sue him. Sue him. And if it is that an actual, have I just missed a joke? Morning, Alan. Oh, I see someone's I don't know what that is. Like you know, it's like Alan, I don't think that's a joke, Boo. Alan. But just sue him, Boo. You can't sack you for being in crypto. Just fucking, you can't say you own a digital asset, we're sacking you. Just sue him. Legitimately ring a solicitor today and take the fucking pants down. They can't. Nah, that's fucking wrong, that, mate. Nah. They deserve to have the throat slit. Vote Scott 2030, I'll kick them into touch. Fucking pricks. That's naughty, that. And it early for one says raw. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. Let me carry on because I fucking don't want to. I need to keep the beginning of these videos nice and compressed for people who want it compressed. So today announced expansion of the BIS Innovation Hub with establishment of new centres across Europe and North America. In the next 2 years, the BIS will open centres in collaboration with the Bank of Canada in Toronto, the Bank of England in London, the European Central Bank, Euro System, Frankfurt and Paris. Excuse me. And 4 Nordic central banks. Denmark's National Bank, the Central Bank of Iceland, the Central Bank of Norway. Oh, fuck you. Sveriges Riksbank in Stockholm. Sveriges Riksbank. Sveriges Riksbank. Sveriges Riksbank. BIS will also form a strategic partnership with the Federal Reserve System in New York. The BIS Innovation Hub is an investment in the future of central banking and the financial system. These new centres will expand our reach significantly and help create global force for fintech innovation. That was Augustin Carstens, the general manager, the expansion will build on the foundation already put in place by the first three hub centres. Hong Kong with a Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Singapore with a Monetary Authority of Singapore, and Switzerland with a Swiss National Bank. With this expansion, the innovation hub will be well placed to work on a broad range of issues of importance to the central bank community, including digital currency and digital payments, cyber security, distributed ledger technology, artificial intelligence. This expansion is a testament to the central banking community's commitment to innovation and cooperation. That was the head of this innovation hub. Interesting. We know they've all been in bed together for a while. We know this technology's had the powers to put them in the fucking grave, mate. Just kill them. What are you suggesting customers buy crypto? A few companies say it's interesting. I got it in writing. They don't feel that's a suitable view for their business. What's their business though? They can't. That's fucking bullshit. It's like saying you bought a Ferrari and I don't like Ferraris. Get the fuck out the door. What? Or you put a turbo on your car and that's what boy racers do, so get the fuck out the door. It is an unfair dismissal. It's time for court, Alan. 100%. Backed all the way, baby. I've been there just under a year, so you have no recourse. You do if you're over 9 months, boo. Don't let him extend that probation like what happened to me. It happened to me years ago, and I wish I knew what I knew. I'd have gone in kicking off me. I fucking accepted it. So it's 9 months probation. Once you're through 9 months, it's fucking 2 years. 2-year probation. Get fucked. Slice the throats. Take all the profits. Take the profits off the families. Slice the throats. And see who else wants to fuck about like that in the future, eh? And just say, look, Jimmy, I'm sorry, but your dad's dead because he's a fucking dick who sacked Boo for fuck all, right? So when you grow up and become a boss, don't sack people for nothing because we'll take your fucking head off too, right? We're not playing games now. We tried being nice and letting them fucking do it the way they wanted to do it, and we got even more controlled, more suppressed, more oppressed. So it's time to get the fucking claws out. The shepherds have fucked the world up, so it's time for the wolves to take it fucking back. Cheeky bastards. Maybe do fucking. It's naughty. Independent financial advisors. Pass your probation. 6 months probation. They can't sack you without a payoff, boo. They legitimately can't just sack you without a reason. You're through your probation. You're not an agency gimp like me that can just say get the fuck out the door. Nah, no disciplinary or nothing. Bullshit. Ring a solicitor absolutely immediately. Say you through your probation and they didn't discipline you. They just sacked you for owning a digital asset. Bullshit. That's straight bullshit, that. 6 months probation. On the Bank of England now, and what they've got to say about this innovation hub. So the Bank of International Settlements selects the Bank of England to host an innovation hub centre. As announced today, the Bank of England has been selected to host a centre of the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub. This UK centre will support the global central banking and financial community through the development of digital public goods, addressing issues of critical importance for the global financial system. The decision to establish this centre is a reflection on the UK's position as a world leader in innovation and technology in finance. With global leadership evident across the private, government and regulatory sectors, the Governor of the Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, said, "I'm delighted that we will be hosting a centre of the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub. Here at the bank, international collaboration is vital if we are to take full advantage of the possibilities offered by technology and innovation. Now more than ever, it is important the central banking community does all it can to build a more effective, resilient and inclusive financial system. And technology is an important part of that effort. By involving central banks and prudential regulators In this important work, we can help ensure that innovation is consistent with our objectives and safety and soundness and financial stability. This centre provides an important venue to ensure the UK's deep expertise in innovation can contribute to solving financial global issues. The Chancellor and Exchequer, Rishi Sunak, he said the UK is home to a world-leading fintech sector and is at the forefront of innovation. So it's fantastic. The Bank of International Settlements has chosen to establish a hub centre in London and presents an invaluable opportunity to connect the expertise of the world's central banks working collaboratively on innovative new ways to enhance final services. There is a PDF press release. If you go to the Bank of England's Twitter, you'll see the tweet, and there's a full press release PDF, on the subject. It's probably just the same thing we just read out, though, minus the quotes. 2 years just to set them up. 2 years just to set them up puts us 2022, a year off the migration to ISO, then full on running into an Internet of Value world. Do you know what I mean? I mean, they better get them Overledger APIs ready ASAP, aren't they? I have a virtual meeting tomorrow to discuss it. They looked at my LinkedIn and watched my YouTube channel, referenced both in the letter. G'day, Steve. That's straight bullshit, man. Straight bullshit. Can 10 employees look at the fucking manager's Facebook and be like, you've been to a pub we don't like, fuck off? I want the world to change so fucking much. I don't think many people are going to like it. Like people who've built a business no longer in charge of their own fucking business because you clearly can't be trusted to be in charge of your own business. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and every other fucker that's managed to make over 10 billion a couple of years while there's people still fucking starving. Go and live in a lean-to for 12 months, you cheeky bastard. They need to start living, they need to go intense. Morning, Chris. Do you know what? It was the Bank of International Settlement shit that we're speaking with Chris about. But there was something else I wanted to chase. Something else I wanted to chase up. And I can't remember. Look, Christine Lagarde's on the bandwagon. Like I say, get on Twitter and just search BIS, man. Christine Lagarde on the bandwagon. I'm pleased that the ECB and the Euro system will join the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub with the new BIS org centres in Frankfurt and Paris, coordinated by the ECB, will bring their expertise in designing the future of digital banking and finance. Global challenges need global answers. Break it down. Let's break it down. So all the central banks that are fucking like that together. Yeah. If one of them in Singapore comes up with something that someone else in Europe or America's not yet come up with, they share it instantly, innit? This is what it comes down to. They'll be bringing the expertise in designing the future of digital banking and finance. Global challenges need global answers. So Singapore going to be like, yo, we got the idea, and send it to everyone else, and everyone's like, yo, that fucking works, bruh. And not only works, it proper what I needed to make that work. Have a look at that. Oh, now we're rolling. All working together. Yo, Alex, what's happening? Cancel culture, all there. Just fucking cancel everything, mate. I'd fucking just what? Stop the fucking planet and let me get off, mate. Someone like, just please. I'll come back in 2026, mate. Let whatever happens. I couldn't care less. Couldn't care less for the Americans, that is. I couldn't care less. You know, when you don't care at all, for all the American brethren out there, when you don't care at all, you couldn't care less. Not you could care less. Because if you could care less, you actually care. Because you could care less. If you don't care at all, you couldn't care less. Sorry for that little outburst, but Facebook gets to me when they're like, oh, could care less. Well, could you? What, you could care? So you care? You care? So what you try to say to me? You try to say you don't care, or you actually do care? Because I couldn't care less means I don't care. You could care less means you do care. You even talking English, mate. Sorry. Morning, Chuckles. Stop it, Howard. Nice. On his way to vacation to visit his uncles in Florida. Oh, nice. Bottom both. Oh, mate. You bought them both a nano. One of them's a financial advisor. Usually doesn't want to wear my conspiracy. Do you know what, though? I would just show him Interledger protocol and shit. Show him the documents, man. Ellie Brown. It's funny you think that, mate. Like, proper funny you think that, mate. USA is the pillar of freedom. Respect that. You got rid of slavery first, bro. You got rid of segregation first, bro. Talking out your ass, you, what? Because I'm pretty sure we was pioneers when it came to all that shit. You want to talk about the globalist cesspit? It's Washington, D.C., City of London, and the Vatican. That's it. That's it, mate. Not that they haven't got houses other places and they won't make phone calls to Moscow. But Washington, D.C., City of London, the Vatican. That's it. It's not the whole of the UK or the whole of America or the whole of the fucking Middle East. It's just 3 major cities that are actually their own countries with their own governments. Don't like the whole of the UK as a global cesspit, mate. USA fought a civil war over slavery. Interesting that. Interesting that. USA fought a war over slavery. You was fighting to fucking keep them. Half of you was fighting to keep your fucking slaves. Did UK have a civil war to keep slavery? Half of Britain like, no, what to keep our fucking slaves, we're going to have a civil war. Did Australia have a civil war to keep their slavery? Did Russia? Did anyone else have a civil war to try and keep slaves? Let's not forget having a civil war to get rid of slavery. Half of the fucking war was to keep them. Don't kid yourself. Want 2 groups of people fighting each other to be like, yo, we're getting rid of slaves. And the other one's like, yeah, get rid of slaves, we'll take your fucking head off. Like, I got a minute, mate. We actually agree here. What we're fighting for? What we're fighting for? Hopefully a new Roman Empire. US didn't fight a civil war over slavery. They fought with central banks, mate. KB, exactly, mate. Like, fought it over. That's funny, that. That's pretty funny, that. You fucking sent your slaves over to Australia. No, we actually sold slaves all over the world. We sent convicts to Australia, mate. Another, again, nice try again, Eli Brown. Again, not attacking you, bro. Just try to make sure you've got the facts. And if you want to... In fact, it was the economics of slavery and political control system that was central to the conflict. Interesting. Interesting. Let's have a little ganders. Hey, let's have a little ganders. American Civil War was right. It started in 1861, right? In 1833, the UK got rid of slavery, right? So the UK got rid of slavery 30 years before you had your fucking civil war to apparently get rid of it. So if it was up to the UK, you would have actually just got rid of slavery like that 30 years before you actually had a fucking war to get rid of it. You had to kill your own fucking people to get rid of slavery. And we just got rid of it like that in 1833. Slavery Abolition Act. British History, an act of parliament that abolished slavery in most British colonies, you know, because some of them actually fought to fucking keep it. Jesus fucking Christ. Don't tell me that my country, like, honestly, mate, like, I get told all the fucking time I can't be proud of being British and all that shit. Don't fucking start. Don't make me angry before I do. I'm not, like, trying to attack you. And I know, like, when I start talking like that, a few people are like, what are you getting angry for? What are you getting this? I'm getting passionate, mate. I'm getting fucking passionate and a little peed off about being fucking challenged in a way that's just false. And fucking, you're talking like you fought for the freedom of slaves before we freed slaves. We freed the fucking slaves. So don't start. You find a country that freed slaves before the UK does, and I'll show me fucking ass and say I'm sorry, but seriously, 30 fucking years before your war, we got rid of it. So no, if you'd have just listened to us and not killed each other, you would have just got rid of slavery like we abolished it. But no, you kept your fucking slaves, you kept your segregation, you kept the fact that you could rape your fucking wife till the 70s. America, you know what, right? I need to chase that because UK might have done that as well. Men could rape wives in 1970s. Marital rape. Marital rape, spousal rape is fact sexual intercourse with one spouse, the spouse consent without the spouse's consent. Lack consent is an essential element and need not involved. These views of marriage and sexuality started to be challenged in most Western countries from the 60s to the 70s, especially by second wave feminism, leading to an acknowledgement of women's right to self-determination. Most countries criminalized marital rape from the late 20th century onward. Doesn't really say places. American and English law subscribed until the 20th century to the system of court. So that is a legal doctrine which upon using it. Seems like we actually let it go at a similar time, 70s and 80s, so I'll retract that. I thought it was just Americans that kept it going that long, but I mean, we're talking about times where you could rape your fucking women, not even, like, your wife, not even being that long ago. Do you know what I mean? People think crypto investors are modern hippies. They don't understand it. These people don't understand. They're afraid of. It's frustrating. It's bangers that she's been sacked for it though. All that. That's just fucking bangers. Avando sacked Raw and sold everybody into slavery in North America. Mate, right? I was talking to a guy the other day. I'm gonna shock a lot of people. Well, I'm gonna shock a few people, I'd imagine. This is like, what? Oh, didn't realise that. You know, didn't realise that. I had to get most pictures of him. Where did we get a picture of him? Is there any pictures of him? Oh, Mr. Anthony Johnson. See, it's a misinterpretation, so don't take this as the truth. But that guy there, he wasn't the first slave owner in America. Don't believe that fucking statement there, right? He was the first registered black slave owner, right? Now, fucking hell, I forgot his name. But there was a guy back in the day who actually freed slaves. He bought his wife. He bought his wife off a ranch and married her and that. And there was some good guys out there back in the day helping to abolish slavery. And it was living in a fucking war. But you also had black people. So Anthony Johnson, a black man, a black colonial from Europe. Well, he was a black Angolan Known for achieving wealth in the early 17th century, the colony of Virginia, he was one of the first African American property owners and had his right to legally own a slave recognized by Virginia courts. Held as an indentured servant in 1621, he earned his freedom after several years and was granted land by the colony. He lived 70 years in the 1600s, a black man. Now, some people back then struggled to see fucking 40. This guy lived to 70. One of the first black Africans to legally own a slave in America, the most prominent early colonial black to acquire freedom and wealth. That's why it's the first. You get that statement. He later became a successful tobacco farmer in Maryland and attained great wealth after completing his term and as a servant, and has been referred to as the Black Patriarch of the first community of Negro property owned in America. Why are you making me say Negro, man? Fuck's sake. Black owned property. Are we going to come to a point where in 2030 it's not okay to say black owned property? Like I see all the half caste arguments online now. Oh, you can't say half caste. Well, I could in the 90s. It was okay in the 90s. And all of a sudden it becomes not okay and I've got to say mixed race instead. How long till I can't say, like, we're moving the blackboard of black beauty, black sheep, fucking moving everything fucking black. The black bins will be gone next. It's like, how long till... It's fucking weird. Anyway. Right, not try to downplay racism or slavery or anything at all, but like people need to be aware that every race on the planet has been slaves at some point. It's just the American media like to rub it in everyone's face how badly the African Americans were treated as slaves. Don't rub it in the face how badly they treated the Irish. No, because they're white. It's interesting that, isn't it? You don't rub it in the faces how bad the fucking Native Americans are treated, because there'd likely be uproar, but rubbing certain people's faces in it. Slavery was ended to break the South. It's a shame slavery wasn't just ended because it's fucking wrong. KB, we still have. Do you know the majority of slaves on the planet these days, as sad as it is to say, are children? The majority of slaves on the planet these days are fucking children. The rest of them are paid slaves, working 8 hours plus a fucking day. See, there is parts of our countries that it's okay hating Eli Brown, and there are parts of our histories and past that it's okay not liking. Not proud of the colonization of India and raping the shit out of India. Proud of giving them their independence back. Proud of that. Not proud of colonizing Hong Kong and fucking raping and pillaging whatever we did there. Not proud of that. Proud of giving them their independence, though. Not proud of slavery and all the shit in the back of the day, but proud of abolishing it, though. You know, being proud of your country doesn't mean you're proud of everything they've ever done. Like, you can love your son and child unconditionally, and then you can still hate something they've done and not be proud of it. I mean, it's quite fucking easy, really. Let me get Faith up. Faith, because Faith shared it. Faith Keeley. Because I remember her sharing it. Because she's Irish, you see. Because she's Irish, she shared it. Because this is what it comes down to now. And Black Lives Matter and all that can say what they fucking want, mate. But at the end of the day, I stay away from this kind of shit because I'm not really Irish and that. But does it really fucking matter? See, it's Irish when it suits, British when it suits. Oh, I'm British. What the fuck's British? People talking about British like it's a nationality. Oh, you're from the UK? Well, UK's a country. No, it's fucking not. I'm from England, mate. I'm from England. Like, it's like saying someone who lives in New York State, Buffalo, say, oh, you're from Canada, innit? From North America, Canada. You live in Canada, don't you? North America. No, I live in America. Yeah, but it's North America and Canada. Live in Canada, innit? No. Well, don't tell a Welsh guy who lives in England. What the fuck's Britain? Britain. Fucking Britain. United Kingdom. You fucking haven't been united since they fucking created it, for fuck's sake. Like, seriously? US history's full of shit. All history's full of shit. But again, there's stuff you really can't be proud of, Eli. Like legitimately, there really is. Black Americans have been systematically oppressed. The lower class globally has been systematically oppressed with them. It's nothing to do with race, that, in my opinion. It's class divides. Mate, you know, like, Black Americans had their own cities and towns and airports and shit in the 1920s. And it's mad, innit, that during segregation, some of them was actually doing better off because they were segregated and left to the fucking side. It's like, look at the history of Central Park. Central Park used to be one of them towns. Central Park in New York was a black-owned, black-run, black-maintained, small community that was growing and growing until they got the fucking land took off them to make a fucking recreational park. Like, they couldn't build it next to them. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit crazy. Hong Kong getting taken back. Jesus, hey mate, I tell you what, it's only been 20 odd years, hasn't it? What was it? 1996. We give them independence, and look at it already. Now I know some of these kids in these boxes and cages look black, but they're not. I promise, they're just dirty white kids. Dirty as in they've got dirt on them. Like, not you dirty bastard. Well, there's your Irish slaves on the way to get sold. Women caging them. Women. See ya. See ya. What the fuck did them kids? What did them young lads do to deserve that? Like, why are the fucking women not in the cage as well? Why is it? You pick and chooses who's a fucking slave. You got the same opportunity, black or white. You just might not get the same outcome. That's what it is. But will you ever get equal outcome from equal opportunity? No. You're never going to get the same amount of... You're never going to get, in my opinion, you're never going to have more female mechanics than males. More female engineers than males. It's just never going to happen, in my opinion. I would be extremely surprised if it does. And on the other hand, you're never going to have more male carers and nurses than you will female. Males like to build shit instinctively. It's just what we fucking do. We like to build shit and fix shit and maintain shit. Yeah? Men. Women like to do that, but with people. Like to care for people. Like to grow people, like to nurture people, like to care for people. That's why more of them are nurses and carers, and more men are builders. They're not like you don't get a little bit across from your equal opportunity, but you will not receive equal outcome because people are inherently different. Sex, there is no gender. There is no fucking gender anymore. There's male and female sex. You got a penis or a vagina, and you be and do anything you fucking want. There's no female or male football players. There's just football players, and they've got cocktail pussies. Probably English and all the inventions improved everybody's lives. Is that the steer? People go on about NASA and not be like taking too much funds and all that, but then they're all right going for a fucking X-ray or MRI scan, or when they go and see the baby in a 3D scan, they're like, "Oh, look at my little baby," but fuck you, NASA. Like, well, you want to see your baby if you want for NASA, so you fuck you, you fucking dick. British or Anglo-Saxons. That's why you can tell, like the Vikings didn't get my bloodline, mate. Vikings didn't get into my bloodline. Or there's no ginger on me. No ginger on me, lad. How many white souls in America came from World War II but were forced back into segregation or lynched while they were in their uniform? I like The Patriot, the film where the slave earns his freedom and then he's still on the front line with a guy, and the guy's like, "Why the fuck are you here? Aren't you earned your freedom?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fighting for my country." And the white guy's like, "Yo, fucking love you now, bro." They hating each other at first. Gets me mosh. Gets me mosh. Central banks used to see Black America rebound. Trump and this last thing for other groups, at least Trump understands this, not MAGA too. Look at this point, I'm proud as punch of USA, pillar of freedom. It's not a pillar of freedom, mate. It's pillar of control. I'm not allowed to go to America. Do people know that? You know, I'm not allowed in America. This pillar of freedom you talk about, I'm not allowed in it. Yeah. Yeah, lovely pillar of freedom, that. You'll let criminals have fucking guns, but won't let someone in because he smokes a plant. Absolute joke. Morning, James, and anyone else I've missed? So just so everyone knows, from 1641 to 1652, the Irish population fell from 1.5 million to 600,000 in a single decade in Britain. In a single decade, they wiped over half of the Irish in Britain out. I put that in perspective. Wiped over half of them out in 10 fucking years. Oh, I'm not comparing anyone, Darren Lewis Jr. Or not trying to anyway. I'm trying to compare the type of coverage the media gives different things. That's basically what I'm getting at. The way the mainstream covers it. White is literally a genetic mutation. That's science, not hating. Explain that science, wisdom. How white's a genetic mutation, and who genetically mutated black people's palms and feet? Palms of the feet and palms of the hands, and behind the fingernails. Who genetically engineered behind a black man's fingernail to make it pink? Eh? To make it white. I want your fucking answer to that, mate. That's quite a racist comment. It's yeah, it actually quite is. That means that meets the official definitive old proper definition of racism, thinking that one race is more superior than another from mutation. Like, what are you talking about? Really? Mutation? The word you're going to use is mutation? Really? Really, wisdom? I want to change that terminology a little bit there, mate. No. I think you'll find it the young as well, Darren. They won't be women. They'll be fucking kids, mate. There's more kids missing on the planet than adults. There's fucking well more kids missing than adults, mate. The police prison was made after slavery because, Darren, you're talking in your little American bubble, mate. Can you please realise that the rest of the world and Europe kind of lived for like 2,000 fucking years before there was even an America? Like, we've got the fucking history there. We've got Parliament, we had policing. Might not have had GMP, but we had soldiers policing for the king. We had knights, soldiers, lords. We had policing way before there was an America, mate. Like, seriously. And I'm pretty sure the Native Americans would have policed themselves. Like, talking like it was all made after it. Like, the people in charge, the people who left Europe to go to America simply went to rape the shit out of it. And let's not fucking sugarcoat it. And I don't mean rape the people, I mean rape the resources, rape the land. I mean, they went there for the oil. Why do you think people got moved on just because there was gold on land or there was oil on land or the land was worth a little bit? Well, you get the fuck off this land and move over there because we're taking it. That's legitimately all it was. We talk about XRP now. I love to, but I want Wisdom's answer on why he thinks why it's a mutation and how black people and why black people have got white fingertips and white palms and cheers, Ezra. I'll go right now. You mentioned superiority. Well, and what the fuck do you think a mutation is, mate? You're saying like we're not normal. White people are not normal. They're mutated. Like genetic. You said we're a genetic mutation. Like, do you need to put it in any other way? Like, according to you, Wisdom XRP, white people are a genetic mutation. That's what you said. How is that not acting superior? Like, seriously? And how is it not meeting the current model of you're racist, bro? I said that about black people. You're a fucking mutation from the sun. It's why your whole body's burned except for your palms. You'd call me racist. You'd say you're racist. I'm like, well, it's facts, bro. Palms are white. And the rest of your body's brown. It's like, I'm extremely fucking interested. You had globalization before everyone. You have been taken over the USA, haven't you? Keep telling yourself that, mate. Keep telling yourself Epstein's Island was off the coast of England. Keep telling yourself Washington, D.C.'s in Ireland. Keep telling yourself America's not involved in globalism and the New World Order. You keep telling yourself that, mate, as long as you sleep at night. Nah, don't remove Wiz. I want his fucking answer. Let me remove him. I legitimately want to know what the fuck he means. I'm Magneto, then Scott's incredible. Diesel Hound. Said it before, one race. We're all mixed race. But I'm not being called a fucking mutant. And in a day and age where I can't even I'm scared of what I say to certain people for fearing being called racist. I am not going to sit here and take being called a fucking mutant without a decent answer for this science. That's science, he said. You're a mutation, and that's science. Well, show me the science, mate. Talk about a guy who was brought up by a scientist. Don't throw science at me and then not produce the actual fucking science. So Eli, if it means black people were here first, what bleached the palms? Like, what made the palms lighter than the rest of the skin? Like, white people go brown in the sun. That is a fact. right? The longer, if I move to Africa, the longer I stay there, the browner I'm gonna get, right? And I'd imagine the longer my family stays there, the browner they're gonna get. My palms aren't really in the sun; they would not get as brown as fast. The fingernail thing, it's fucking. You ought to talk about science. Let's not go down a racist corridor. I'm not attempting to be racist. I'm pointing out features that are an actual fact. Black people, palms are pale compared to the rest of the skin. They have pale underneath the fingernails. So for you to tell me that a black man left a forest and got bleached fucking white, what bleaches man white? What makes man white in the world? You show me a race where they went to live somewhere and they got lighter. Because I can show you a white man go and live somewhere and get darker. I can show you what actually happened. I can show you the science, testable science. Seriously, like, I'm not trying to Batman Steve. We'll look at the scientific term of genetic mutation. Oh, it'll just be an adaptation or anomaly in DNA. Or what? True diesel. KB. But like, you did call us mutants. You said white people are mutated. That's calling white people mutants. You need to understand that if I said that about a black person, it'd be fucking uproar, mates. We need a little bit of comeback. We need a little bit of back and forth. It's you can't just go around calling people fucking mutants because the skin colour's different than yours. Come on, mate. Let's not. Nah, I walk in a room full of black lads and go, you're all fucking mutants because you're different colour than me. Genetic mutations through the sun. How long till there's fucking some bullets in my head? Ex-women. Black man went to the North Pole. Someone went to the North Pole and ended up like Eskimos because they ate fish. Could be one of the root races. How do we know all the root races were black? How do we know all the root races were white? How do we know that the original humans were all the same? We actually fucking don't. Mate, Alan, you should have seen me when I went Iron Apple, mate. Jesus. Let me try and get that up. Because I'll show you me brown. And I mean fucking brown, bro. Again, let's not like fall out over it and shit, eh? Let's just debate and share information. But going mutant is a little bit fucking harsh, man. That's a bit heavy, that. Calling peeps mutants. Oh, where's that? The melanin? You lose the melanin. Loses melatonin, that's it. I forgot the name. Sorry, Eli. I forgot the name of it then. Legendary. That's for you, that one. You got to ask the white girl that posted it on IG on what? Yeah, but you say you agree with it and you've seen the science. You said it's science. Right. Ole, if I take that comment, oh my God, this whole discussion is what the lunatics at the top want. Scott, you can't change some people's minds. Just let them. Ole, like, it's push-pulling it. Like, how do you make change if you can't talk about shit? Like, how do we change the world if we can't talk about shit we want to change? If we can't talk about perspectives that we'd like to change? If we can't come to an understanding of each other's opinions to force change? Anyone bought Casino Coin? Apparently 2 5. I've got CSC. We've got CSC. Fake news. You said white people are a mutation. That's science. So it's just, it is what it is. Like, I'm Where's my fucking Napa pics, man? There we go. There we go. Early in Napa. Look at the forearms, mate. 1 day got me. I've only been there a fucking day. Only been there a day, mate. White man enters Iron Napa. Fucking hell. I wanted long hair, apparently. Where is it now? Where's the fucking Asian that goes home? Because the white man went there. And basically left Asian. That was a week. 7 days in the sun. White man basically turns fucking brown. That's provable. Actual provable science right there. Brown as fuck, Scott. From that. 7 fucking days. 7 days, mate. Provable science that the white man gets darker. Does he mutate? Is that mutation? Is it a mutation? Fuck's sake. R-Star mornings. William Stryker Jr. was Stryker. Ezra, I love it. You haven't got, Eli, you haven't got freedom of speech, mate. You haven't got freedom of speech. Get blocked off Twitter and Facebook and all sorts all the time. Walk into Congress and say what you think, mate. Just walk in. Don't bother getting passes or anything. Just fucking walk in, you know, because you got that freedom of speech. You've got freedom, mate. We've got an illusion of freedom. Do you know what? To get back on topic, Firefly 2020, I actually don't know. We don't know. There's been multiple theories down the lines, aren't there? Will it go boom like that straight away and price most people out? People need to put into perspective now how many certain assets, XRP, XLM, Casino Coin, VeChain, whichever the fuck you're on about, how many can you currently get for like £100 or even £1,000? Right, and then how many are you going to get for £100 or £1,000 when it's back over its all-time high? It's drastically different. Drastically different, the amount you're going to receive. It's like fucking quant, innit? 10x from last year, mate. But to 10x again, I mean, fucking hell, no, that's a lie. 40x, I think, since last year. To get 40x again, Jesus. It's got to be like, what, $400? Legendary, dangerous boat. Spain in a bottle, Scott's face. Mate, that was a week in Napa, mate. Yes, notorious. In fact, who give me a little cheeky donation? Thanks for that, whoever that was. I completely missed that. That's bang out. Ezra, thank you very much. I actually did see it and sparked me doom. I just forgot to thank you. I'm waiting our staff or the IMF to see if they mention digital assets in the SDR basket. Now, I have said I won't be surprised if they do, and I also won't be surprised if they don't. The review might actually happen in November-ish, and we don't find out till early next year at the World Economic Forums. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Oh my God. Do you know when you're on the way to ruining your life and you just think, what the first aid that fucking act says, as in first aid? Jesus fucking. Who's that? Who is that dickhead? Fucking cordless cord phones and shit. Jesus. Oh my God. Ew. Mate, what a fucking dickhead. Nearly battered him on the holiday as well. Hey, do you think I'm tall? He's one of the tallest men I've ever met him. Fucking ruined. Bit of pole dancing in Napa. Scotty P pole dancing in Napa. How better that? Pole dancing, mate. Hey, there's more than one all there. It's not just that pick. It's fucking them picks. I could be there when I used to be a raver. I'm all fucking glow sticked up. Got glow bracelets, glow necklace, glow glasses, glow fucking ear thing, clipped in a thing, and fucking glow stick galore, mate. I actually don't look that fat either. Pretty chubby back then, but let's go fucking mental. Let's go fucking mental. Da, 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 da. And Magaluf without an eyebrow. Hey! Magaluf without an eyebrow, like, what the fuck? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Stay tuned for notifications on Notorious next video, guys. Stay tuned for that. Love you too, Notorious. Much love, mate. Can't wait till a few years' time when we can all start proper fucking traveling and meeting that. Me too. Current crypto prices are not real. I don't believe they are. I don't believe it shows the full picture when you look at she was some bird, mate. What was she called? Lindsay? Was she called Lindsay? She was from Leeds. I met her once when I got back. I went to Leeds to meet her again once, and then it's all that long distance shit. Just can't handle it. I want to get back on topic now. Bank of International Settlement, and there was something else. As far as I can see, the Bank of England are the only ones that really followed up on it with their own little write-up. Everyone else has just shared the actual Bank for International Settlements story. There's what I had clipped. Well, Ola, this is what I mean. Like, most people are happy to sit back and be like, yo, crypto's manipulated. And then in another breath and sentence, they're like, oh, but don't that mean it's proper manipulated? And it's like, well, last week you agreed it was manipulated. Like, what? There's actually not that much difference. Morning, Craig. 18 cents. It's one of them, innit, where you just wish, like, you don't wish, but you just think, like, fucking hell, what it'd have been like to find it in 2014-15 and actually be able to buy it. And if you'd have put quite a big chunk in it, you'd have been done in 2018. I'd imagine you'd have been pulling a shitload out by then, buy yourself a gaff, a car, keep a bit in. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, innit? Where's that fucking time machine? Yeah, so this bank, I mean, it is within the next 2 years. It's opening centres in collaboration, Bank of Canada, Bank of England, European Central Bank. No one else really throwing it out there, though, like I say, except for the Bank of England. Fundamentally, what first appeared to be a liquidity problem is morphing into a threat to solvency. A wave of downgrades has started alongside concerns that losses might cause widespread defaults. That's interesting. Just because it's straight away just going to blame COVID. The past year has felt like an eternity. It is probably too early to tell, but future economic historians might consider COVID-19 pandemic a defining moment of the 21st century. When just over a decade ago, the great financial crisis hit the global economy, it was rightly considered such a moment. The pandemic's legacy could be even deeper and longer lasting. Well, as far as we're told off a lot of people, ain't seen nothing yet. Keep saying it, ain't seen nothing yet, ain't seen nothing yet. About the price, all that is basically what I mean is the market caps off the circulating supply, and then people take the circulating supply as what's available for liquidity in that token, but they don't consider how many stagnant in offline wallets just being held. Like the true what coin market cap, right, needs a new algorithm, just a new algorithm to drop a new tab, so it has total supply, circulating supply, trading, like trade available to trade, available order. Do you know what I mean? Available in orders, and it needs to look into the exchanges and be like, right, how much XRP is available in the order books now as liquidity right now this second, and have it update fucking every minute or something, so you can see on CoinMarketCap what's actually available for liquidity through the order books, and you do that on every asset. Otherwise the price is going off the total circulating, which actually isn't what's in the order book. It's interesting. Hey, new games and toys aren't necessarily a bad thing to buy. Just make sure the games, you can afford it and you're going to enjoy it, and it's the entertainment and vice you want. And as for the toys, fucking hell, if you'd have bought certain Star Wars toys back in the day, mate, you'd have been swapping one for the car now, or the shit run down house if you've got a decent enough toy. Well, the thing I see about Tether is they release some when they need to, and they burn some when they need to. So whenever you get a bit of price fluctuation on Tether, they do whatever corrections needed. I think most people's gripe with Tether is when they introduce a load of Tether out of nowhere, boom, it's just introduced and put in the system. Have they got the dollars to cover that? Have they got the capital to actually cover it if Tether goes down, or is it just digital? You know what I mean? It is a weird one. I think most people's gripes is like, where's your insurance? Is there a reserve pot of fiat protecting the amount of tether? As long as it's done properly and transparent, don't really see a problem with it myself. It comes to a point, don't it, where we're moving into a time, and we've moved into a time where value is just put on something by the people most of the time, especially when it comes to assets. Yeah, if we could get the sauce, the tomato sauce of that R-Star, that'd be decent. Let me just search that. Can you not remember where you heard it? That they donated a billion XRP or a billion USD in XRP. I mean, Ripple and Chris Larsen made waves with COVID-19 donations in Bay Area a month ago. Got that up on the news. Consensus voting, the only thing that comes down to, Steve, is how many people actually join different how would you put it, subjects? Like, is how many people actually vote on certain things? I mean, it'll probably increase the amount of people, like all the non-voters that don't travel to vote in your general and local elections and stuff. They'll probably start voting off the phone. But when it comes to laws and stuff like that, like, say for instance, in 3 years in the UK, we've got digital IDs, we're starting to get voting systems on DLT. Excuse me, autonomous cars are coming along really, really well. And someone brings up an idea, should we go autonomous? Should we change the rules of the UK road now and start going autonomous? How many people who don't drive are gonna vote on that, but then down the line moan about any new laws put in? People need to realise if they don't go on and vote for whatever law or whatever decision's being made, they can't really moan about the outcome down the line, because they didn't even take the 5 minutes out that it took to fucking just have a quick read through it, see what was going to happen on either decision and make a decision. I think consensus voting is going to be massive, but ironing it out is going to be a little tricky, and getting it to make the change we actually know it can is going to be even trickier. Like I say, they just want the financial sector sorted first, don't they? And then it seems they'll just move on to everything else. But until everything revolves around money, like they say, money makes the world go round. Everything revolves around money or value or a service that's worth something or a product that's worth something or just money. I want money, money, money. It makes the world go round. So they'll sort that system first, and then beyond that system, you're looking at It's not that VeChain are looking at the banks and be like, yo, we'll wait till yous are finished and then we'll do what we want to do. No, they've just gone with supply chain. They've got a currency next to it, and once the currency regulation comes in, they'll start, not that they'll start absolutely immediately, but they'll be then ready to implement their supply chain and trade system into trade, mixing with trade finance, and it all just be tracked in one system, interoperable with every other system. Not heard much about Funfair, to be perfectly honest, and I've already bought casino coins, so there's your answer. KB, if you just change your question, the answer doesn't really matter. If you're looking at both of them tokens as a possibility in the future, why not both of them? Which would you invest in first? Because I bought casino coin doesn't mean I'm not now going to look at Funfair and going to be like, oh, hello, worth a little punt, and boom, buy some of that as well. Just like you might buy some XRP and XLM. Just like you might go and get some QNT, since it's fucking 8% down or whatever it is. It's entirely up to you, mate, but don't limit yourself by which one would you invest in. Like, which would you invest in first? Which one do you think could go first? Which one do you think I've got the least amount of time in to get into? Rothschild Partners, yeah. UOS. Craig, mate, that's not a bad thing, mate. Well done. Nice. People just shouldn't sleep on preparing for the internet to be off for up to a year. It can happen. It can happen. We're in a like a solar minimum, I think, at the moment, aren't we? So we're not going to get that many solar flares. But in the next, whenever it is, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, when we go into a solar maximum and we could get some solar storms hitting Earth, it's possible the internet goes down for a certain amount of time until they replace every capacitor and all that blew and whatever needs to be done, and to get it back up. Wired connections could still work. Who knows what's going to work, where it's going to work. So it's not a bad thing to get yourself some physical assets on the side. So if that's gone, you'll be like, shit, right, yeah, I've got all that when it's turned back on. Don't panic. Don't freak the fuck out. Keep the ledgers and everything safe. Keep the restore words safe. Wait for the internet and that to come back online, and you've got access to all your digital value. But at least I've still got this crate of actual fucking value and can go and trade to keep getting food and shit. Like, don't act like the shit can't hit the fan, and it's always good to have some physical assets on the side that you can then trade with people. Even a fucking TV. Someone gets the power back on and wants to watch fucking TV and ain't got one, they've got food, but you've not got food and you've got a TV. Just give your fucking TV away for some scran, man. Got to feed your family. Steve, right? Initially, I think any revenue that comes from the black market and counterfeit is going to take a dip. It's going to take a massive dip. But if you imagine that happening at the same time, we get brand new value out of all the games and stuff. And God knows what other networks are going to spring up, and Coil and all that, throwing value all over the gaff. More and more projects emerging, just more value coming out of nowhere. As that decline of counterfeit happens, I think you'll see the counterfeiters, they've got a rebrand, haven't they? They just do a new brand, bro. You can clearly make clothes. Just brand your fucking brand. What the fuck? Like, you're doing it legally then. Like, it's not counterfeit. It might look like a fucking Nike shoe, but it's not got a Nike tick on it. It doesn't say Nike. It's not got their brand on it. It's your brand. Like, is this not going to spur them to go, do you know what? I could just fucking sell my shit now. Everyone hates Nike anyway. Like, loads of people all over the gaff hate Nike. It's interesting, that one, mate, when you balance counterfeit to new value and how much it'll actually affect the world value and the global economies. Solar stars, Britain will always be ready. Turning tropical Britain. Nah, I know a few people. I've seen a few people on Facebook playing it. Firefly. I didn't play the first one, to be honest. Kind of like a few game guy, mate. I battered Star Trek for a couple of years and then fucking lost the account. So I had to start a new character. I battered that for a while, so we got a decent ship and all that. Didn't batter Elder Scrolls half as much as I should have, because Destiny came out and I battered that. Battered GTA over the years. Spent fucking dough on GTA. But not The Last of Us, really. Time we all come out early, didn't I? 9:15. Yeah, this is what I needed today. Needed an early start. Got shit of what to do. I'm starting beginner's guide to the Internet of Value, into Ledger, and cryptocurrency trading and investing. So that is getting pushed today. Oh, mate, ISO 20022. Yeah, we've covered it many times, Michael. It's massive. When we talk about the migration of the financial system by 2023, 2024, that's what we mean. We mean the migration to them new ISO codes. Morning, Sean. Exactly, legendary. You only have to be right on one coin. Just give it time, give it patience. It's why I've not sold me backs. Like, I've not got quite the confidence in the project and team as I used to. I'll be honest, but I've not sold them. I'm not selling down. I always had them in the pocket, thinking 2025 for the backs. And it's probably the same for Casino. It was only XRP because of what happened in 2018. We expected to proper run, and it was all over documents and that. It's every other coin was kind of being like, yeah, 2025 probably would be a good shout for that, but at least we got XRP, and it kind of just got manipulated, got the thumb on it. They put the brakes on, didn't they, basically? Morning, Phil. At Mount Rushmore, a big announcement, 4th of July. That's interesting. So the ISO 20022 is an ISO standard for electronic data interchange between financial institutions. It describes a metadata repository containing descriptions of messages and business procedures, processes, and a maintenance process for the repository content. So, I mean, 6th of April this year, you had the Bank of England releasing documentation on it, and not the first time. So, Dan, GTA 6 should be an add-on to GTA 5 OLED. It should be a completely new island, and you can fly from one to the other on a big fuck-off plane or in your jet, or get a boat and sail to it. It legitimately should. The only thing I'd imagine is the PS4 is likely going to struggle to go between islands as easy. So I'd imagine on a PS5, if you're flying from one island to the other, you're not going to have a load screen. Nothing's going to stop. You're just going to fly straight there. You're just going to land. On PS4, you're probably going to hit a load screen. You know when you used to on the old games, he's going over the bridge of Vice City and the fucking load screen and come up. But it happens on Elder Scrolls Online and that sometimes now because the worlds are just too big for the PS4 to handle. It's like No Man's Sky where it just appears when you get there. It's ready to go in data, but it's not actually constructed in the fucking graphics card or whatever happens inside a computer. But yeah, GTA 6 should just be an add-on. I don't know why they've not used Google Maps, right, and Street View to just do GTA New York and then build the state and then add London and add Hong Kong and add Paris and just build out until you've just got GTA the fucking world. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can go anywhere, literally, the Google Maps and cars go. It's just that where the car's not been, it won't be as like, they've not seen it as well, have they? But mate, they'll start building games like that eventually. I'm surprised GTA hasn't got on it. I know it's mirrored and sistered to American cities, and they've done a GTA London in the past and that, but surprised they've not touched on real cities more. Especially now they can build an actual real world environment sandbox. And the hardware's gonna go. So your computer, it's gonna get that sick. TVs and the home hubs that we have in the future are gonna be that good. You could just download the games directly to it. Your PlayStation will just be software. It's like an operating system within you. You know what I mean? So you go from Microsoft to Linux to Overledger to PlayStation. Microsoft should just download an Xbox anyway. Why not? Like, why can't just can you download Xbox onto Microsoft and play Xbox games through a PC? Should be able to. It's Microsoft. Like, why can't you just buy a Sony TV with the PS5 built into it? Will there be a PlayStation 6 or will it just be in a Sony TV? Might as well put it in a tele. Sell us a 4K TV with a PlayStation built into it. It's simple. Secure. I keep getting messages of security. If you did not register, please contact us immediately. Otherwise, ignore this message. My free. Didn't register for. Someone try to get into me my free account, my bastards. Payments data in the UK is changing. It's not just the UK, it's globally, innit? 20022 is actually global. The standard creates a common language for payments data across the globe. Ripple's done loads of loads of documents on it and articles. They started ready for it. Ripple don't need to do any migrations. They're ready for it. Well, Phil, we did one. Went Dartmoor last week. I'll be going to one of Boo's meets when she sets one up soon. Considering the pubs and that are opening up soon, I'd imagine it'd be in the next several weeks easier. So we go to that meet up, and then I fancy a camp out for the winter solstice, to be honest. But not that many people like to camp in the winter. I don't mind it because it very rarely rains. If it gets cold enough, and you can just light a fire and chill. Yeah. I want to set up a WhatsApp group for people who are interested in coming away. And then every trip that we plan, we'll be planning it in that WhatsApp group. So hit me up on Telegram or find me on Facebook and get my number and WhatsApp me. Yeah, GTAs. Don't know whether many people know it, but Rockstar make GTA. They spend that long making it. It's designed to last the life of the console. Like GTA 5, PlayStation 4, there's no need really for GTA 6 to work on PlayStation 4. It likely will, but not as well as it will on the PlayStation 5. And then eventually it get another DLC and it just won't work on the previous system. Yeah, them games last. Expect GTA 6 to last the life of the PlayStation 5. So there will not be a GTA 7 until there's a PlayStation 6. Like, don't be surprised if that's the case. I wonder what Trump, man, like, what's he gonna say? What's everyone thinking? Trump's like, I'm going on the cliff face. Can you imagine that, Steve? They could do a new GTA London. They could do GTA England at this point. Do you know what I mean? GTA UK and have the whole United Kingdom on it. Or America's a bit harder in it to do the whole of America on a game. Jesus, you're gonna need a server and a half. It would need. It would need to be a game in the cloud, wouldn't it? That you just play online all the time. You don't download the actual game. You download a gateway into the game. Do you know what I mean? So you enter the game through your gateway and your bandwidth just gets tagged on to this big fucking server that runs this open world. Damn, that actually sounds pretty sick. Sounds like a Charles Manson camping group. Yeah, on Insta, I'll drop you my number. You should be able to find me on Facebook through Insta. My phone number's on Facebook, I'm pretty sure it is. Don't all start twatting my phone. JFK Jr.'s at Rushmore. Trump, Mount Rushmore. Oh, there's a fireworks event as well, apparently. Oh, ew, we got a tweet deleted. Someone deleted a tweet. Dems tweet, then delete post linking Trump's Mount Rushmore event to glorifying white supremacy. The moment the Democrat attacked Mount Rushmore with the speech, George says, Trump has disrespected Native communities time and again. He's attempted to limit their voting rights and blocks. I just love it when people like tweet something and then delete a tweet, and something like people ain't got screenshot. Do you know what I mean? You think people won't screenshot it? And people just like, yeah, I'm screenshotting that shit. Just in case. Yes, Agora! Mornings! Never in a dog box. I was so fucking losing my ass over messages and missing. I just didn't realise it was you. It actually said on the thing in the end, oh, please, a new finance. I wonder what he's doing. Like, because, I mean, let's have it right. It's 4th of July. I mean, don't every president do something on the 4th of July? Like, it's 4th of July, mate. You know what I mean? Like, should we really be that surprised he does an event on Independence Day? Like, is there like, you could just be like, yeah, Independence Day, woo woo, all on November, fireworks, pop, 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 woo. Fuck social distancing. But real talk, is it not just an Independence Day celebration? No, I love you, Agora. There is no dog box. There's just a naughty chair. He still sat with us. Public hanging a Clinton at Rushmore. Nah, real talk. Like, is it like without joking and fucking about, guys? Try to like actually figure out, is it just an Independence Day? Trump's Mount Rushmore firework plans draws criticisms from Native Americans. No social distancing plan for Trump's Mount Rushmore. Trump is heading fireworks at Mount Rushmore. Expert Woody too. Right, all just fear mongering instead of telling me why the fuck it's happening. Do you know what I mean? This is why we hate the media these days now. Trump plans military flyover at Mount Rushmore. Petition. Put Trump's face on Rushmore. Does it change.org petition? Are we signing it? Are we? Oh my days! 6,020 people have signed. Oh, stop it! Oh my days! So he's just got 12 like that. He just got 12. Like, oh, and another 3, 6. Oh, and another. Ping, ping, ping. He's 6. Just got 20. It just went up 20 like that. Like, boom. Put Donald Trump's face on Mount fucking Rushmore. Oh. Oh, baby, it's like that thing that except for the petition that is joke, by the way. That is joke. I'd laugh my cock off if that reached 100. What's it after? Like, just change.org even matter? Is that the one that actually even gets it in front of people that matter? Trump event at Mount Rushmore is social distancing optional. Right, so thousands expected at an Independence Day celebration with President Trump. President Trump. Prump. You say prump, 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 prump. Thousands of people expected to an Independence Day celebration with President Trump at Mount Rushmore will not be required to practice social distancing. Oh, despite nationwide surge in coronavirus cases, some 7,500 people are expected at the July event. It weird. Okay, now there's only like 1,400 less than what's actually signed a petition. That's who's going in it. They're all going. Get his face on there. We want his face on there. You fucking rock, Trump. You fucking. Oh, mate, JFK was trying to bring that silver standard. Oh, he was trying to do a lot, wasn't he? JFK regarding silver standard, silver dollars, silver bonds. It could have ended up in two different dollars, that system, with a dollar backed by gold and a dollar backed by silver. That yeah. Bastards. We're told folks have concerns that they can stay home, but those who want to come and join us will be giving out free face masks if they choose to wear one. Will not be social distancing. Trump has announced that he will attend the South Dakota's Mount Rushmore fireworks celebration at the National Park, which will only be open to ticket holders who reserve in advance. The event comes as coronavirus. Look like fucking Tuesday they were okay, don't care. Is he gonna make a speech? He's gonna talk about something, what's going on, what's the event about? But no, it's just scaremongering. I always try and find that thing again with the person parachuting in when he was in Scotland. Was someone trying parachuting in to kill him, to kill Trump? I don't think anything at all will be said. Yes, Carl. You finished that Pac-Man meme yet, mate? Pac-Man gif. Oh, mate, like, you imagine the reaction. I mean, like, I know the fucking idols, the faces on there, aren't there? Some people and that, and then presidents. It's only another president, isn't it? What was like? What would the reaction have been if he was like put Obama on there? Like, not replace a face, add an extra face, a fifth face. Would they be uproar no matter who it was? Is it just the forefathers kind of thing? What do you make of the 7K XRP glitch in Japan a month ago? Do you know what, Howard? Again, I've got to be real, mate. Real honest. I think it's pretty crazy. The screenshot on that I saw. But didn't really see it happen. Don't like fake text messages these days, can't you? We've seen it before on other things that like, oh, the actual price of XRP should really be this, it should really be that. It's interesting, but it's one of them where it's hard to know what to think about it when you see so many things that can be fake these days. Like, I didn't see too much of it, and I've seen it multiple times at different levels from different places. Oh, this leaked. This is the actual price. So this is, it's just another one of them in it. That's where I'm at the moment now. This is where CoinMarketCap necessarily isn't a good thing, because we all keep just going there for the price. And it could just be like, it could just be bullshit. I've not looked into it enough to chase people who've checked the code, to check that the algorithms of CoinMarketCap are actually matching the average price. I know it's got all the information there, you can do it. I'm just saying I've not done it. I'm legitimately, like you do mostly in science, and trust other scientists that have done the active test, because you can't. You trust the consensus. So we kind of come to a consensus in the community that the price on CoinMarketCap is the average price across all the order books and exchanges. But then, is it adding up? Is yeah, when it comes to market cap, is it putting the circulating supply on, which is also what's in hard wallets, where you go down on markets, it's actually showing you the volume and pairs on the exchanges. So why can't it give us an amount that's available in the order books? I think that's the true price. And I don't know what needs to really be truly adjusted, because as I said, I don't know the algorithms of the website that much. 7,000 dong. I think it was against dong. 1 XRP. So stop it, Craig. Is that like what it is? Well, if you think about it, in Korea, and I know like South Korea's not exactly Japan, but they're not a million miles away from each other. During 2018, the price was running away in Korea. People was beginning to pay ridiculous prices, up to nearly $4, and I believe over $4 in certain Korean exchanges. But by then, by the time it was over $4, it had been taken off market cap. The Korean markets were taken off market cap and told to lower, like basically told to lower until your prices match the rest of the fucking world, what we've manipulated or whatever. Like, sort your necks out. We all, half of us believe that's what was a contribution to the then crash, because once that volume was pulled away, it caused a little dip in price, in average price, which is why some people will tell you it hit 380, and some will only say it hit 320, where it was actually like from 320 all the way 320, 330, 340, 350, 360, 380, 390, 410 in South Korea, with different prices across multiple exchanges, and they just removed all the South Korean. It's like you say, is what we're showing on market cap just a bullshit number? Like, they're clearly manipulating in the past. It was just like, yo, you don't match the narrative here. Like, you're taking it too high. Like, you're way above what the prices are in, say, America. I don't know where it was the lowest, but South Korea was clearly too much above it. When you can do stuff like that comes back to, it's kind of like, see, it's a Binance in it saying it can roll back should we roll back the Bitcoin transaction? It's like, what? Even Torre came out and says, look, I don't really understand what he said and what he meant, but the fact that he said it is pretty fucking dodgy. And the fact that CoinMarketCap did that in the past is pretty fucking dodgy, and states that they control the average prices that is shown, and if they're not happy with it, they're just going to remove or add a market somewhere. It's, you tell me, man. It's hard to come to conclusions where you're 100% sure in this game. 7,000 dong sausage party. Start writing the script, Carl. Find some actors somewhere. I didn't mean porno, you dirty bastard. Yeah, well, again, it comes down like it's every Japanese exchange on CoinMarketCap. Like, we've looked before. I've been looking before for tokens, and people saying like, you get this token at that exchange, and then we've gone on the token on CoinMarketCap, gone to markets, and those markets aren't listed. So is that volume not listed, and therefore that price not aggregated into the average? That's just completely ignored. Is this another little thing that regulation and governance is actually going to sort out, and it's more than just what they're paying in tax? Regulations goes way beyond what they're paying in tax. So it's it goes for issuance, insurance, custody, Goes from everything to DLT voting to the medical chains, how they're going to go down on it, how the digital ID is going to work, how's everything going to get implemented, what the rules, what the laws. Is it make sure it's modular and the laws aren't locked in and they can all be changed as the systems evolve. Oh, there's a lot of shit that needs to go down. Yes, Legendary's just signed the Trump on Russia petition. That's joke, mate. Probably should have signed it myself, but I don't feel like I've got the right to. Probably wouldn't even let me being in England. I don't know, but I don't have a say in that. I'm not American. But that's joke. Legendary, and it's Dave. See, KB, I'm not just talking about XRP either. I'm talking about the whole crypto space. Talking about the Bitcoin price not really looking what it truly is. Talk about Ethereum, Litecoin. Talk about Bitcoin Cash, Binance Coin, every coin. Talk about them all. In the same way that at the moment they're all getting away with high fees and higher fees than they need to. So they're making more than they really need to off us. And until more apps that use Interledger Protocol and more free connectors and free pathways, so it just makes it basically free to send your value, we will constantly be charged off these other entities that are holding it for us. They're gonna do it in the same way with the price, aren't they? They're just they'll control it every way they can. Charge us fees for as long as they can, hold the price down for as long as they can, and hopefully somewhere on the back of it we do see a fairer system, a fairer level playing field. Otherwise there's gonna be wars, mate. There'll be civil wars, because the more people that wake up, they're gonna start demanding it, and the more the politicians fight it, the worse it's gonna get for the politicians. So all right, people up the street saying we're crazy and all that, and we don't know what we're talking about, and it all sounds like madness, it all sounds too far-fetched. But it's different when you walk in the room of the fucking Her Majesty's Treasurer and you're like, listen, I've seen you talking at Ryan Zagone 3 fucking years ago, right? I know you know about the new system, what you're doing, why you fucking about, what you're doing, why you messing about. Tell the people, tell them it's there. Stop, what you doing? Legitimately. Why not doing your job? Is it not a politician's job to sort that out? To make sure these people know, like to guide the people into the future. Is that not what we voted them in for? The UK government's got anything about it, actually. UK government. See, March 2018 there. Open innovation, distributed ledger technology, community of interest. So Surrey's Professor Steve Schneider, a world expert on digital voting systems, gave an early preview of their project, Voting Online with Ledger Technology, a partner with King's College, Electoral Reform Services, Crowdcube and Monarchs, which is looking at using DLT to prevent fraud in the kinds of digital voting systems that might allow much more sophisticated ways to gauge public opinion. Interesting. So, UK government, 2018, 2 years ago now, over 2 years ago, 5th of March 2018, talking about DLT in voting systems. Now, we'll give them time to work it out. But you can't tell me that we're going to get to 2023, 2025 and they're not actually working it out. It's not coming into play because someone's then stopping it. Oh, Excuse me. Same as all the Brexit bullshit. Yeah, we're getting you out of Brexit article. Brexit. Brexit. It's like, what the fuck's going on with it? Like, they'll legitimately do that for as long as they can for financial systems, for DLT voting, or fucking everything. They'll just. They want civil unrest and war. It seems like they still fucking do, mate. Government's going to start getting hostile with citizens. But why, though? I mean, do people not... If they just invest in a new system and just let it run and take over, then they'll be set anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's just... It's beyond belief. Yes, Russell! 24 hours, another one gone. Well, this is what I mean. I think many people are trying to sort it, Baz. I just wanted to point out that if you wanted to walk into the UK government and say, look, you've been working on this for at least 3 years, you'd only have to wait till March. And then they've been looking at it and working on it for 3 years. You actually only have to wait till the 27th of February until the actual meeting, right, where it was discussed. So it was in actual 27th of February. Impressive turnout for the 6th meeting of the UK government's Community of Interest for Distributed Ledger Technology. It's actually the 6th meeting. Wonder when the first one was. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, you've seen it all over the gaff. It's hard to remember the date sometimes. But it's all there. It's all being worked on. It's all being implemented. It's just going to take so much longer than most of us originally thought. I don't think any of us had any idea how long it was actually going to take to get back over all-time highs. Like, be honest with yourself right now. If I was speaking to you 2018, June, and I said, yeah, we're back at all-time highs in June 2020, just chill. You're like, yeah, defo. Just be nice to have it sooner though, wouldn't it? Just be nice to have it sooner though, wouldn't it? And now we're here, June 2020. We're even still in fucking June. Oh my days, 1st of July. We're actually not even in June anymore. It's July 2020. And now I'm saying to you, we're saying, oh yeah, June 2022, 2023. It's only another 2 years, the same gap again. It's fucking went like that, guys. Let's have it right. And for us to just say like, yeah, 2022, 2023 is probably going to be at all-time highs again, innit? It's the same. We're saying the same thing again then to ourselves, to the people next to us, without really learning. 2025 onwards is the is the big date to look at for me. Yes, John, what's happening? See, the thing is, the problem with XRP is there's not enough applications that actually need that bridge yet. But this is what I'm saying about come 2025, 2026. I'd imagine by then we have more gaming marketplaces that want to swap assets between other gaming marketplaces. You want kids on one game that want to swap something to another game, even sometimes between their own characters in their own accounts, but it's got to go between 2 networks because one's on his fucking PlayStation account and one's on his Xbox account, but he wants to transfer the gun over to his other computer, and when it lands there, he wants it to be something else in a different game. Then he's going to need something like XRP and Interledger Protocol and what Forte and Spring are building behind the scenes to flip them assets. The OTC, if the escrow sales affected it now, I've never agreed with OTC, and I don't think I ever will, but it's there for a reason. I don't know whether I think it's always going to be there. Yeah, blockchain today is like how the internet was in 1991. I'd go one further me and say we're probably at 1995, where blockchain's creeping into the schools. Now, when I started school in 1995, my actual local school didn't have computers. They only got them in 1996. So in a way, like your universities now starting and saying that it's only high school, so fucking hell, for the draws in high school to be teaching blockchain, you're probably waiting a few years, actually. It's not a bad shout, 1991. It is actually a good shout, but the way that took like 20 years from then to fully have like Facebook, YouTube, and all that running, up and running. Oh, we still didn't have Instagram and shit, but we had the basis of social media starting. Took 20 years. I don't think it's going to take that long for blockchain because the internet's already there. The infrastructure for it to run on top of is already there. The smart devices are already here. Like in 1999, your phones are fucking shit, except for the Nokia 3210. Eventually, it's like the phones came out and social media just went boom. It took off. And not only that, information sharing took off. Like ridiculously, information creation took off with new devices and programs within that internet. And it will be the same with blockchain. Who knows if some new device comes out of nowhere, like Ledger or anything, don't seem to have managed to broke the mainstream yet. People are working on blockchain phones. Is that what society needs? Like that blockchain device that everyone's just like, yo, need that, but don't believe it is. They just need the software. They need it in the back. Like we say, most people are going to be using Interledger Protocol without even realizing they've started using it. Left school in 85. I was in nappies then, boo. Connection there, but back live. Once banks start jumping. Yeah, I just think like with XRP will start to move. It's like what's move? What? I think it'd be shit hot if it just ended the fucking year on 50 cents myself. Like we don't. Yeah, and I am legitimately like locked out my eyes. Like let me know when it's over the dollar until 2023 and that. John, appreciate me. I was 1 year old, boo. Born in 84. I was 1 year old June the 9th, 1985. Just before you went to school. Might have been starting to use the potty. Might have just been starting to use the potty by then. But doubt it. Doubt it. I was shitting in the street, sleepwalking at about 4 years old. So left school in 85 as well, Steve. Morning naked. Yeah, like a 10-year bull run. I'm interested in when that actually fully on fucking starts. Where the bear traps will be. How fast it will go. How high it initially goes, really. I honestly think it can do everything it needs to do remittance-wise. Less than $1. I think it can do global remittance at less than $1, mate. And they know it. They know that no matter how many pathways get open for remittance payments, it's not going and never going to be enough volume to move XRP enough for it to just run. It's just not going to be enough. Now, you start adding Swift payments, the 5 trillion a day. You start taking control of that, and more banks using ILP, that would do it 100% without a shadow of a doubt. But that's up to 5 trillion a day. Global remittance is 600 billion a year. What the UK does in a day, global remittance, it's nothing. I know 600 billion is nothing, but it's not nothing, but it is nothing compared to 5 trillion a day. Like, it's just fucking stupid. Again, SBI and that, do they really need XRP internally within their own networks and their own partners? XRP is legitimately more the bridge between everyone else's networks when they need to interconnect between value. And they don't need to hold XRP necessarily like everyone thinks they do. They just need access to an order book. They need access to an Interledger API. And then Interledger will take care of it all for them. We all know that. You don't need XRP. Just need ILP API. Which likely 9 times out of 10 is going to use XRP. But Codius, I've been looking at Codius recently with everyone going on about Overledger. Because Codius is epic. I want to look at getting the server set up as soon as possible and starting running a Codius host on it and building a network. David Schwartz has actually tweeted the other month that it's not in Ripple's immediate plans to use the Codius tech. Like, say that they're working on remittance and all that, securing that at the moment. But if he was not working for Ripple, David Schwartz was working for himself at the moment, he'd be building a business around Codius. He actually said it on Twitter. So smart contracts are programs that encode the logic, conditions, and outcomes of agreements and automatically carry out the specified terms. Translating agreements to code is relatively straightforward, but the code must then be executed in a way that all involved parties can trust. Codius is a platform for securely executing smart contracts and other types of smart programs. Smart contracts running on Codius can hold assets in one or multiple math-based distributed ledgers such as Bitcoin and XRP, collect information from any source connected to the internet, and be written in standard programming languages. Depending on the security model required for a particular smart contract, the contracting parties can select the host or a group of hosts they trust. A large number of hosts can be used to add more redundancy and thus security to the contract's execution and to ensure that the terms are carried out exactly as specified. Yeah, looks a beast, Codius. Looks an absolute beast, mate. Where smart programs live, Codius is an open hosting protocol. It makes it very easy to upload a program, whether you want it to run on one host or thousands. It also has built-in billing. That means once a program is uploaded, anyone can pay to keep it running, the author, the users, or even the program itself. Peer-to-peer hosting, decentralized apps, smart contracts, and more. Secure, no code restrictions, built-in payments, and connected. Codius can talk to anything connected to the internet. Legit Codius, mate. The abacus, I'd love to be able to use an abacus. Price target $1,000 plus. Oh, let's open at that soon. Yeah, well, this is what we used to say, and it once it starts, if it starts facilitating Nostra payments and emptying them accounts, then surely it'll gain value through the added volume over time. But only time will tell. Yeah, it's interesting how it's going to go, Russell. It is going to be very interesting to see. Exactly our starts, the way I see it, for true on-demand liquidity, XRP, ILP, and then Codius for contracts and programs interoperability. It's all there. It's all been built for ages. Well, Codius is still in beta, but it's all coming, mate. I don't think we'll ever, like, will we see that start getting freed up though? Our star, will they ever come out and be like, oh yeah, all that money we had tied up, it's out now. We're using it for other things, and XRP's took over instead. What you on about, Baz? Who's removed the comment? Jesus, is it? It could actually be that wasn't YouTube itself, was it? Moving comments about ginger beards. Chris Larson says Codius can move anything from derivatives to physical assets, smart contracts, anything. That's when he was legitimately like anything in the video, and and in fact he's done that presentation quite a few times. You can actually find a couple of different versions of that presentation, guys, of Chris Larson talking about it. But did I not read your 10-year bull run? A 10-year bull run comment. The comments on the phone are shit, you know, it's pretty hard to read. Sorry, an icon comment. Icon, blockchain voting. I wanted to check that before we go. If I was DLT voting in it, you fucking idiot. Pre-voting, outvote, step by step. Icon. Icon to getting flipping out, give away 500,000 tokens last year to promote voting. Damn. The icon.is government to promote blockchain-based voting. Staking and voting. Some of them's voting just within their system, in it, and then others are actual voting systems for. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Not anymore, Howard. You're not allowed to own people anymore, mate. Anything you own, anything of ownership. Now, don't get me wrong. Codius might be able to track the movement of a person, so you know where that smart contract is at all times. Do you know what I mean? Like, look out for the building sites lately. I mean, I keep getting told and I keep looking out for them, and I'm looking to get back on site myself soon to see how it's changed. But apparently you're getting bans on site soon, so it tracks you in the building site, knows where you've been at any given time. I'd imagine site thefts will go down like fucking that. Sites will improve almost instantly for anyone willing to go on and work in that environment with a tracker on your wrist while you're there. Be interesting how they monitor it. Like, what, you can't take it off all day? Is it a strap watch that can only be taken off in the office? Again, time will tell. It's just what I've been told. But in fact, fucking hell, the Sun are saying construction workers to wear wristbands that vibrate when they break the social distancing rules. Damn, RFI event solutions, wristbands and cards for workers. China manufactured card and wristbands for workers. Oh. Ooh. See, it's all about Corona now. But not that long ago, it was just about wearing them anyway. Like, bring it in anyway. Like, Corona's just being used to push everything else. What launches? It's only launches workplace wearables. Contact tracing. Jesus. I legitimately last year it was for tracking on the site. Yeah, where would you rather go for your digital ID, Baz? And then everyone else just accepts that that's you? Would you not rather just like have your own on your own network? I think we should just have our own networks that has our own identities on it, and that's what people tap into if they want to prove we are who we are. So I'm in control of my identity, no one else, and who gets access to my identity. And beyond that, it's not even a copper's just got the right to just come up. The network needs to give him the right. Do you know what I mean? It's legit. Like, decent. I'm sick of bullying cops and all that. The servants, they need to fucking act like it. You know what I mean? Shit. They even serve the criminals. Got it right. They serve the criminals. All they're supposed to do is put a criminal in cuffs and take him in so he can be judged. The police don't do the judging. The servants, even to the criminals. That's why I shouldn't be a cop if you don't want to be one. It's legit, innit? We'll have robots that can do it soon. It's all good. So he wants to fuck about on the park when there's a drone above the red. Woohoo! Facial recognition, dickhead. Take your mask off. Take your mask off or you're tased and you wait for the patrol. Stop pinching the copper. Hey, I asked that I can take that, I'll have you know. I never steal the copper from site anymore. No, I actually ask. Very rarely stole copper from site. I ask if I can take it or to take it out of the bin. You are not stealing and take something out of a bin. Not a recycling bin, not a scrap bin, not a bin that's full of nothing but metal, like a fucking general waste bin that some bell ends through a copper pipe in, and I'm like, yeah, thank you, it's not stealing. Would it be stealing if it was a fucking cheeseburger and I ate it? Take a cheeseburger out of the bin and eat it, is that stealing? Someone's threw it away, man. Don't throw copper away, guys. It amazes me how many people throw copper away. Breakfast soon, very soon. Fuck off, John. Stop lying. Q coin is just in there. Neil Diamond. Like a bit of Neil Diamond. Don't know it. I literally don't know any Neil Diamond off my head. I'm quite ashamed of myself. Pretty sure Ezzy loves him. I'm fucking trying to give a little jiggle to Neil Diamond in my head. I don't even know what I'm doing it to. It's just a little beat like in my head. I can't think of any words or anything. Exactly, Baz. Exactly, mate. The thing is, you know, most people are scared of the chip. Love on the rocks. If hands touching hands, for fuck's sake, why don't does that was right? Mate, signing contracts. Signing contract. Why not? Write the contract on the phone. Boom, boom, boom. Wait for the chips to meet and the contract's signed. Bam. Shake my hand and the contract's done. It's implemented. We're good. Not that you can't sign a contract digitally. That's what they're trying to make it, aren't they? They're digitizing the handshake. But it doesn't mean that an actual handshake can't still play a part now and then when you're face to face. It's interesting. But I think most people, again, I don't want to generalize, but I think most people scared of the chip and all that stuff is scared of the fact that they think it'll all be government controlled. Everything's just government controlled. It's just they'll lose their freedom. They'll just be controlled more, blah, blah, blah. And they likely will let another company put the chip in them and use that company's app and stuff like that. Whereas people with a little bit of knowledge and a bit of capital behind them will hire someone to create their own network create their own system, add the wallets to it, and link the chip to that. So they're completely in control of it. And again, not like the authorities and that can't have access to it if and when needed, but it basically you'll be a node in network. You'll be running nodes in networks as well as your own network that's linked to every other network. And if they want access to your ID, it's in your network. Don't see the point. Go to DigiID, Digentity, whatever it's fucking called, and giving them my pictures and shit, and then having to go to another one and giving them my pictures and shit, and KYC and giving them my pictures. If I'd have just had a little home server, a network with all that little ID just already saved, I'd just be sending that file over, won't I? Boom, there's my ID, send a copy of that file, boom, there's my identity, there's my identity. As long as it's accepted, it's coming from my network. Now, if DigiIdentity make money off any data they collect off anyone being verified through them, why have I not got money through that entity? Why have I not been paid to? That needs to change as well. It's there's so much that needs changing, and it does start with digital IDs when it's finally implemented, because you can't vote until you know it's that person. But like I say, the bank's happy to say that it's you opening your phone with your biometrics. Sweet Caroline, yeah. See, they come back in and just went blank for a bit. Do you know what? The reason is I listen to music more than I watch it. Does that make sense? I know songs of bands that I wouldn't know the band if I saw them. Does that make sense? Like, I've not seen that band live. I heard them on the radio loads of times. I've heard them on other things, but I've not seen the band. Don't know what they look like. That's quite a few American bands to me. No joking. I mean, I grew up with MTV, but barely fucking watched it. I don't watch it anymore, but yeah, I was trying to imagine him stood up there singing, and I just couldn't. Like I've heard him, and they're like, he's a weird one. Good singer though. I'm trying to think of the film where they both love him, or the program where they both love him. Is it Big Bang Theory? Howard and shit, is it Big Bang Theory? Yeah, it's Amy and Howard. Love Neil Diamond, Big Bang Theory. Fucking, I was like, oh, that's funny. Shit. Forever in blue jeans, babe. That's the one. Oh, mate, that's the one that was in my head. Shit. Safe naked. Ugh. That's the one I was. Forever in blue jeans, babe. I just couldn't remember any fucking words, mate. I was trying to imagine him singing and to get the words, and I just couldn't. And naked, nailed it. Yes. You can tell that's what I was doing as well. That minute, like, I'm literally realising. That is quality. That is quality. See, it comes down again, doesn't it, John, to the screenshot thing, and then is it just a glitch? Glitch in the matrix, all the system just put through 10k up by accident. Sorry guys, it's not really that. Oh, that was a tickle, that then. I enjoyed that, Nikki. Thank you very much, mate, for getting that. I could not remember that then, and you just nailed it right on the head. I fucking knew I had one of his songs in my head. No one was coming up with it, and I was like, yeah. And then I was like, seeing yours, I was like, yeah. Oh, and on that note, I'm going to go and have some breakfast, because I really, really need the toilet as well. And unless my mum's let Ozai out, he's locked in the bedroom. I'm gonna let him out. I might feed him outside today and see if he goes back in the house. He got out last night under Desi's car, but came back in for a treat. We got him back in the house, but I'm just where he's gonna run off. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys, as always. I'm gonna do another stream at the computer soon with the Interledger documents up again. And just to recover it, and hopefully this time it don't get fucking taken down. It was bullshit last time. I can't believe we actually got a strike for it. Couldn't use YouTube for a week. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm a little reluctant to go through them, right through them documents again the way I did. Because it's everyone sharing like the same kind of adaptive documents with the same kind of payment, and it all comes back to Ripple creating Interledger protocol and the connectors, and it goes all the way up to Codius and being able to move anything of value through Interledger and Codius. It's exciting times, but yeah, I'm gonna go and work on the Internet of Value workshop 100%, because that needs to be getting moved on now. We're about to come out of lockdown, so I want to start running that, getting one to what like actually face-to-face workshops going in Manchester and London, as well as recording them and getting some of it uploaded up online for people to use there. It'll probably be on Cinnamon, and you'll probably need to be a contributor. We'll see what happens. Need to get another website built really, and get gateways to the workshops through there and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for all that shit towards the back end of the year. It's going to take a while to do, but it'll get done properly, and it'll good information. Warm today, nice day, so enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it. Exactly. Hey, you're on the same level there, Sean. You have a good day too, mate. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. Don't just enjoy the day, enjoy the rest of the week. Get healthier. Or just healthier. It doesn't have to be healthier. Just get healthier. So you're feeling better every day. Feeling happy every day. Laters naked. Everyone, appreciate you stopping by. Even the people that don't engage in the comments. Love you all. Live long and hodl. Invest in yourself and the internet of value. We love crypto. We love XRP. We love ILP. And we love you. Peace out.